Assalamu alaikum and deeply engaged with the history and politics of South Asia. Today I want to introduce you to my new book, Divided Destinies, a comprehensive history of Indo-Pak relations. This book has been published on Amazon and link to it has been given in the description of this video for the convenience of all of you. This book is not just about wars and treaties, it is about people, it is about civilizations, colonial encounters, the trauma of partition, and everyday lives of refugees, artisans, women, and students who lived through history. My goal was to weave together the grand sweep of history with the micro-histories that make it human. We begin with the Indus Valley civilization, one of the world's earliest urban cultures, from Harappa and Mohenjo-daro to the Vedic age, Mauryan and Gupta empires, and later the Delhi Sultanate and Mughal Empire. South Asia developed a rich mosaic of traditions. In the book, I highlighted how rulers like Ashoka and Akbar tried to build inclusive societies and how movements like Bhakti and Sufism created bridge between communities. These chapters remind us that coexistence was possible and that diversity was once celebrated. Then came the colonial encounter, the arrival of the Portuguese, Dutch, and finally the British East India Company reshaped the subcontinent. I discuss Bengal's deindustrialization, the permanent settlement, and reforms like the abolition of sati, but I also bring in micro-histories, the daily struggles of peasants under company rule, the decline of artisans in Dhaka, and the experiences of women in missionary schools. Colonialism was not just about administration, it was about disruption of lives, economies, and identities. The heart of the book is the story of partition. I trace the rise of nationalist movements, Mahatma Gandhi's mass mobilization, and Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah's demand for Pakistan, and the deadlock of negotiations. But beyond politics, I focus on human experiences, refugees walking for days, women facing abduction and violence, and children growing up in camps. Oral testimonies bring these stories alive. Partition was both a triumph of self-determination and a tragedy of displacement. It created two nations, but it also left scars that remain today. After 1947, the Kashmir conflict erupted. Wars were fought in 1965 and 1971, and Bangladesh emerged as a new nation. I explore how Pakistan's struggle with authoritarian cycles, while India consolidated democracy but faced its own communal tensions. Again, I bring in micro-histories, life in refugee camps, women rebuilding families, and villagers living under constant shelling along the border. In the modern era, Indo-Pak relations have been defined by nuclear rivalry, terrorism, and intermittent peace initiatives. I discuss the 1998 nuclear tests, the Kargil War, the Mumbai attacks, and the Pulwama Balakot crisis, but I also highlight cultural exchanges, cricket diplomacy, student dialogues, and artists like Faiz Ahmed Faiz and Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan, whose work transcended borders. These stories show that even in times of hostility, people-to-people connections endure. The book also provides a thematic analysis: democracy and governance, human rights, media, and cultural identity. I argue that while states remain